Hi, I'm Jana Cardona, Executive Director for BNI, and I want to talk to you today about how to invite to your chapter. All of your chapters are in mode of growth. Even if you're over 40, you still want to grow because you want to increase your marketing team. And chapters that are 40 and over make 7 to 8 times more money than chapters who are smaller than that. So why wouldn't you want to grow your marketing team? But there's different ways to invite. There's different methods that you can use. The last thing you want to do is beg people to come to your meeting. Oh, please, 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 we need a plumber, and you're perfect, you just need to come. Well, you know what? If you beg them, if they feel like you are desperate, they'll put you off. They'll figure, if you're desperate, I can come in a couple weeks and you'll still be just as desperate. But there's another method you can use that you really want to make yourself seem much more exclusive, really even picky about who you're after. So let's just say it's someone that you know. Maybe that same plumber has done your plumbing for years and you really, really like them. They're honest. Your chapter says we need a plumber. So you say to them, you know, are you interested in growing a little bit more? You looking for more business? They're either going to say, oh man, I'm so covered up I couldn't take another client. You know, they're not going to be a candidate for you. But if they say, yes, I'd love to have some more business, I've been trying to figure out some ways to do that, or whatever they say that indicates to you they want to grow their business, you can say, you know what? Our marketing team has focused on several professions we want. One happens to be a plumber, and I thought about you. You're the person I trust, and I think my team would like you. But they're very picky. They're interviewing for that open seat right now. They want the best person. Has to be a good fit for you as the plumber. Has to be a good fit for our team because they have to know, like, and trust you. And so if you're interested in meeting my team and seeing whether or not this might work for you, we have a meeting on Tuesday morning. I'd be glad to have you come as my guest. You can check us out. I'll introduce you to some of the other people who I think could really work with you and probably have referrals for you. And then you can see whether or not you like it. If they say yes, you've got yourself a guest. Call to remind them. People are busy. They forget. And a really, really important thing is that you get somebody from your chapter who maybe said they could use that plumber. Get them to call and say, hey, I know Jana invited you to the meeting, and I am really looking forward to meeting you because I spoke to our business team about my ability to refer to a plumber if we just had one in our chapter. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Hope you like us and would consider applying for the seat. We do interview people. We want to make sure we have the best plumber we can get. And that way, they hang up. That person's now got 2 people that have expressed an interest in them. But what they hear more than anything is we want the best. Doesn't everybody want to be the best? They want to be able to qualify rather than somebody begging them to show up. And they feel like, well, you know, they're desperate. Rather than we're intense, we're specific, we want the right person. However, we're picky and we're selective. And we really want the best person, and we're going to interview you, we're going to check your references, we're going to check your licenses. You know, if you're a professional person, you like a group like that because you want to know that they don't just accept anybody with a check. They want the right people, and you feel like you're the right person, you're going to want to go. Now, what if it's somebody that you just met that you don't really know? Or maybe they were referred to you by someone else. If you just met them and you really don't know them, but you know your chapter's looking for a plumber, you can say, how long have you been in business? And get a little bit of a feel for what they do, what kind of credentials they have, what areas of town they work. Ask them some questions. And you say, you know, I belong to a business team, and we refer business to each other. We are meeting this Thursday, and we are actually interviewing for the plumbing seat because we have some people who could refer to a plumber on a regular basis, but they're looking for the right plumber. They'll check your credentials. They want to know you're really good, and they want your references. I don't know if that's interesting to you, but if you are interested in growing your business, as you told me you were, it may be something you want to check into. Are you interested in visiting? that gives them the right to at least know a little bit about your chapter. If it's somebody that was referred to you, say your chapter said, we need a plumber. Maybe 3 or 4 people in there have expressed that need for them to be on their power team or their contact sphere. You can say something like, to go to your clients and say, who's your plumber? And if they give you a name, you say, do you mind if I call them and use your name as a reference? We're looking for a plumber to refer business to in our power team. So they'll say, sure, I love him, he's great, he's honest, whatever they say. So then you call that person and you say, hi, my name is Jana, and you were referred to me by a client of mine, Sally Jones. She said you were the best plumber she'd ever had. And are you looking for more clients? Number 1, that's a really good leading question. Are you looking for more clients? If he says yes, then you say, I don't know if this is of interest to you, but I have a business team of professionals who have asked for a plumber. They want them on their team so they can refer business. And I would love for you to be a guest of mine so you can meet these people. And you can check it out, see if you like them. They'll see if they like you and they feel they can refer business to you. They will check your references, your licenses, and so on. You want to always qualify because you just don't want them to think you'll accept anyone. I don't know if you're interested, but if you are, I'd love to have you as my guest. And then if they say yes, the same thing. Go back to the people in your chapter that said they want that plumber as part of their contact sphere or part of that power team they want to develop, and say, I've invited this person. Here's their phone number. Give them a call and invite them again. You do the same thing. You were invited by a friend of mine in my business team. I'm looking forward to meeting you. We'd love to see whether or not this would be something of interest to you. And we might have some other plumbers there because we're focusing on that seat right now. So we're looking forward to having you, and end it. That's the way you can raise the bar, never be desperate, never chase people. One thing you can say, if somebody rejects your offer and they say, I don't think it's for me right now. I'm not interested, or it's not something I'm after. You can say this, no problem. I totally respect your time if they're busy, or I understand it's not for everyone. However, we really are serious about filling that seat. So if you had to refer business to someone in town, who would be the next best plumber besides you? It's going to do 1 or 2 things to that person. It's going to either make them realize you're serious and they better not put it off, and maybe they will come. Maybe they're just not as busy as they indicated at first. Or if they truly are busy and they can't help you, they might be willing to give you a name of somebody who they would trust and maybe even hand their business off to you if they needed to. Either way, you win. So you get a name, or you get some recommendation, or you get that person there. That's the way you should invite to your chapter. Always set yourself a high standard, and always be that actual group that sets that standard and that bar high enough that people would really want to be associated with you. Thanks for listening. Grow that chapter and build a solid marketing team.